Well, hello, all you wonderful people out there. This is JoJo, JoJo Crosses, and today I'm going to build Coco's Haunted Forest. So, I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to go about this yet, but, well, I guess we'll just develop it along the way. So, I got my handy dandy helmet on already because I was ready, and as you can see, my pockets are they're full of trees. So I thought I will put the trees down first, all over the place. And I do have a few to plant as well, the cedars. But I wanted to scatter a good variety of the different ones in here. I know a lot of times the forest is all pine trees, but I kind of wanted to incorporate all the trees in this one. So hopefully it looks okay. So anyway, I'm going to give that a try right now. Let me start by, it's got to be pretty full. So, because it's a forest and it's supposed to be haunted. So I'm going to see what I can get in here. I know a lot of times the trees are very particular about where they're going to go here. So yeah, I didn't think that was going to work. All right, let's try, will one go here? Yes, it will. I love it when things work out like this. So first of all, I'm going to kind of scatter them along the walkway, the pathway, just to get that part filled in, and then I'll go out from there, if that makes sense. So I'm just kind of letting them drop where they'll allow. And again, just kind of scattering in the different trees as I go about here. And I don't really like them to level with each other. I want to kind of have them, you know, cattywampus, I guess would be the right word for that, maybe. So anyways, I'm going to just kind of see what I can do to get them all surrounding in different areas. So let's see if we can just put up regular hardwood here. And the stairs are going to be too close. Let me see if I can put a cedar here. Perfect. And we'll put an apple in between the two. And okay, so far so good. Probably going to need just a ton of trees. Once I fill these in where these ones can go, I'm going to put in a lot more pine trees in between the ones that I have to plant, because it needs to be kind of thick, because this is going to be like I want it to be one of those forests where things kind of hide and they're kind of you know, every time you come around a corner you kind of come across something new. So that's my hope, is that it kind of looks like, you know, a little creepy when you walk through there. But we'll see. I don't, I still want it to be happy creepy. Does that make sense? Anyways, just so it's not too spooky, but also still spooky. So yeah, we'll just go with that. Oh, this won't let me. I just, sometimes you just have to see where it'll let you. No, why? Okay, just was a little far over. So this might be kind of the boring part. I guess I could finish doing this off camera, and then I'll come back and we'll start to do the decoration. So let me do that really quick. Okay, so I've planted a ton of trees. As you can see, I planted as many as full grown as I can, and then I have a bunch of the baby sprouts out here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to time travel and see how many of these actually grow, because I'm sure there's some that I planted that may not grow. So I'm going to time travel like maybe 2 days. And then I'm going to see about stunting a couple of these, because I definitely want to do that. So I will be back just a minute and we can see where we get. All right, well, here I am. I got back over here and every single tree I planted grew, which is pretty crazy actually, at least on this end. Let me see what happened over here. Let's see, these, wow. Yeah, they all grew. That's actually amazing to me. Usually there's something that doesn't work out. So I'm gonna get out some fruit. I would like to stunt just a few of these trees so that they'll, you know, have a little bit of variety in the front end, you know, and then in the middle and back and stuff, you know, I don't mind if it's fully grown, but I just think it'd be nice to stunt a few of these and have a little variation. Oh, I can't pick it up. I'm full. All right, so maybe we'll leave this one. So let me plant right behind him. Yeah, so I'm sure you guys are aware how to stunt the trees, but obviously you have to plant a fruit within the first square around it. So it could be in front of it, to the left, to the right. It doesn't matter. It just has to be next to it. So I'm just gonna do a few. Like, I kind of want it to be thicker towards the back, but towards the front, I feel like, you know, the new growth kind of happens there. And it's a little thinner usually, so it kind of makes sense in nature to be a little thinner in the front and heavier, deeper inside and stuff. So anyways, I'm gonna do that, and then once I stunt a few of these trees, like I'll probably just do a couple over here. Whoops, I want it behind it so you can't really see it once everything gets going here, but yeah, I'll do a pine, and then I think we'll do like this guy here. I always think the islands look a little more interesting too when some of these are smaller, some are bigger. I might actually let these grow one more day and then stunt a couple more tomorrow. So anyways, I picked up a few things that I'd like to put in between because, like I said, I really want it to be thick and foresty and stuff like that. So I'm going to fill in a lot of these areas with some of the things that I grabbed, just, you know, to add to it here. So I think I'll put a giant vine back here. Okay. And then I'm going to place in maybe a pine tree like right behind here. Let me find my pine. There it is. Alright, and once that tree behind grows in, you know, they'll be kind of multi-layered here, but I just want there to be lots of layers of different trees and things, and same within the forest here too. So I want to probably put another pine or vine here. Let me see what I have. Another pine tree. Let me see if he'll fit. Yeah. Let me just scooch him over a little bit so you can kind of see him a little better that way. And then I'll put maybe a vine in here, a giant vine. Like I said, I'm gonna probably need a lot of different things just to make it look really full. Let's see, what else can we put in here? The other thing I grabbed too, which I thought was kind of funny, is I grabbed this big monster, and I thought maybe I will put like this Godzilla guy like right in the middle of the forest, like maybe here. Let me see if he'll work. I'm not sure. I've never used this before, but I thought, you know, that's kind of scary. Like when you're coming through the forest and you're like, oh shoot, there's like a big Godzilla in here. So anyways, I put him, and then let me see. I'm gonna put a little signpost up here. I don't want to forget to do that. And that's just to kind of, let me see which way this one goes. Hold on, let me try it. Okay, it points that way, but can I turn it the other way? Let's see. Yeah. So that just kind of shows like, yeah, this is the way to a house, and you know. And then I will put a bunch of bushes in here. We'll scatter in some flowers. Like it'll definitely be full. Let me get back up here. This is kind of the thinner area, so I want to maybe put a few more things up this way. So let me drop a vine in here. And it'll also look fuller once things start to grow in too, you know. So once all that happens, then it'll take more shape and stuff. But until then, you know. Alright, let me see what else I have that can fill in some of these spots. Honestly. Okay, I got a ruined arch. I thought I would put that somewhere along this forest walk too. So maybe I'll plop that. Like, let's see if it'll fit here at all. Okay, it does. Does it block? Oh, it blocks. It's gonna block if you come from this direction, but actually, I think you could still do it. So that's good. Okay, and then I might put another ruined arch, like, kind of down. Actually, I don't really want it to look that spooky in the beginning until you kind of get up here. Let me see if I can put another one maybe up by the house here. I think I have another ruined arch, yeah. Let's see if it fits here. Oh, well, it went in sideways. Let me see if I can fix this. There we go. Let me see. Is that blocking it? Let me see. Push this over. Give that a little push. Yeah. I think that's good. Kind of looks good. Just adding a little, you know, interest there. Alright, and then I have some more giant vines, some vine benches, mush logs. I do have a glowing moss pond. I thought that might be cool to put in here somewhere. Let me see where it will go, though it would be kind of hidden but discoverable, you know. Let's see. Maybe, I don't know, it's kind of big. Let me see if it'll go. It won't go by Godzilla. Maybe it'll go up here by their house. Let's see, that could be something that people kind of find by the house here. Alright, yeah, that's pretty good. And then we'll put like a mush log over here. Let's see what color that one is. Yeah, a nice purple one will go there. We'll put a little something. Ah, the forbidden altar. I mean, Anka kind of already has control of those forbidden altars. However, I thought it might be just kind of, you know, you kind of find this stuff and go, ooh, should I be in here? And then I'm going to also scatter some other little ghouls and goblins in here. So we'll have our little ghosties hanging out here and there, and some skeletons. I just couldn't grab it all. Alright, so that hidden altar is there. He's cool. Alright, and then let's see what else we can put. Another mush log. Maybe I'll just put him here. Peeking in there. And then we've got some more giant vines. Let me put another giant vine. Gotta fill in a little bit more up this direction. Let's put one behind their house. Behind Coco. No room. Hold on. Oh, it's because it's too close to the house, maybe. No room. Hold on. I'm probably standing the only place it will go. Yes. Alright. Can I even get to it? I cannot. Let me see if I... Oh, there we go. Will it let me... Okay, let me push... Alright, that is unsuccessful. Let me see if I can get in there now. Alright, that's better. Let me give it a turn. I just want it to be seen a little bit better. Okay, we'll push this back over so you can see it. Okay, and then let's see, we can put maybe another, oh, there's already a vine there and there. Maybe one more back here. You know, they're kind of, it's all ingrown in this forest. And then I'll put a little sitting vine. Oh no, let me go behind here and put this ash. Let's see if that'll go in. Kind of have to hide it because it's got the, alright, yeah, you can still kind of see the base of it, but it's a good filler too. We can put a little ash here maybe. Maybe not. Try it from this direction. The houses, you can't ever put anything really close to the house, but let's see how far I can pull it this way. Okay, that's good. Maybe one dash over here. There we go. Okay, and then we're going to put a spooky standing lamp. We'll put one of them over here, if it'll go. I'm probably standing where it needs to go. Yes, of course I am. Never fails. So we'll put that guy there. I feel like I want it to turn this way though. Yeah. And then I'm going to put... I've got to grab a lot more stuff. So let me go do that and I'll be right back. Okay, I grabbed a few more things to make this more spooky and impressive, hopefully, at the end of all this. We'll see what happens. So we're going to put a little spooky tree here. And I'm going to turn that. I kind of want these sort of on the outskirts so you can really see them over here in the forest. But I will also, I'm going to get myself all stuck in here because of this too. We'll put another spooky tree probably right here. If I have another one, let's see. Spooky chair, spooky tree. Okay. Let's put him here. Nope. Let's put him here. There we go. Okay. All right. And then I think I'll put a little seat down here. Spooky chair. In case one of the villagers needs a place to sit after they've been freaked out on their little walk. Let's see, we'll put a little pumpkin over here. Just to, oh, maybe a spooky scarecrow would be good. Like he's kind of like, are you sure? Are you sure you don't want to leave here, do you? There. I don't like it. He is such a weird angle. Like you can't get him to work on certain sides. Let's see if maybe he would be better over here. Let's try him here. And then, buddy, I need you to perform here. There we go. That's a little bit better. Like kind of the exit guy there, right? And then I want to put a pine tree back here, if it will work. I'm not sure if it'll go, but we'll give it a try. See if I have. There we are. Nope, no room. Darn it. What about this direction? Nope. It's kind of big, so it has to have sort of a big spot to go. No, it's probably because of this right here, this thing. Let's try it over here then. Pine tree. There we go. He'll work there. All right. Put a little spooky tower over here next to that guy. And then over here, let's see, I want to put a little, I'm gonna put a little tarantula hanging out over here. Alright, he can be, here we go. There we go. He's just hanging out at the edge of the forest there. Okay, and then on this, let's go over here and see what we can place. I wanted to put something on top of this one by the house. I was thinking of putting a scorpion up here. Or I could also put something else, but let's see what I got here. Maybe, will the creepy skeleton go up there? Ooh, he kind of will. Let's see, let's turn him. Oh yeah, that looks kind of good. All right, we're gonna put another creepy skeleton. No, I'm gonna put the scorpion up here. I feel like he needs that, you know, lit up area. There he is. Let's see. Oh yeah, he's there. Okay, and then we'll put another, let's put another creepy skeleton over here. If I can find him, there he is. Alright, I know you can't really see them that well, but when you're walking through, I'm hoping you just get kind of glimpses of these things. Yeah. That one didn't. Okay, maybe he needs to move over this away. Oh, there's Coco. Hi, Coco. She's, I amiiboed in a couple of people offline. So some of them you weren't obviously present for, but I didn't think you needed to, you cared about that part. Oh, that is so creepy. Alright, yeah, this is kind of a harder, okay, let's see about putting a giant vine here. There she is. Hi, Coco. I think she's really good for the haunted forest. She's kind of got that, you know, I don't know, just kind of that spirity thing about her and the lore. Let's do a vine bench here because, oh, she wants to sit down. Okay, and then we'll do, let me just go sprinkle a few more things in and get some flowers and bushes, and we'll finish up this part here. Yeah, so I'm just spreading around some more decor, you know, just to give it a little more fullness and just some more things to come across when you're there in the forest. So, you know, you gotta be seeing all the sights, and some of this is a little struggly, so getting everything to fit in between was taking me a long time. So I didn't think you should watch all of this just in case. And then Kat wanted my wheat field, and I was like, girlfriend, you are not getting my wheat field. So she got denied. But in any case, yeah, we just go around, we're getting all the decor in here, and then I believe I'm going to pick up some bushes and some flowers, and that'll probably be last. You know, I always like to do that at the end as the filling in and making it look a little prettier. But definitely, a fun build to do for sure, and hopefully you guys like it when it's all done. But it's also a nice way to fill in a big space if you're doing a Halloween type island, because I feel like, you know, it doesn't, it gives you a place to walk through, something to look at, and also, you know, makes the island look more to theme. So definitely fun. But thank you guys for watching again. And if you like this, if you could do a thumbs up right now, just so we can get some more love to the channel, and also subscribe if you haven't. I'd love to have you here as one of my little jaywalker people on my family. So I've really enjoyed doing this so far. It's been a lot of fun. So I hope you guys are enjoying it too and like all the different ideas. And of course I get help by looking at other people's ideas too. So it's definitely a combination of the community and everything. So but now I'll move on to the rest of the video. You can watch what else I ended up getting, what kind of trouble I got into. Thanks guys. All right, now I'm going to do some of the flowers and kind of just get this place a little more decorated up so that it looks a little more full, I would say. So we're going to use a lot of glowing moss in here to kind of give it a nice glow. Try to make it have a little more brightness in here. And, you know, just add a little color here and there. You're not necessarily going to see a lot of it, but you're going to see it poking out. You know what I mean? Like, just as you're walking along, it will kind of have a little stand out, and you'll go, oh, I see this or that over there. And then I thought along the way I would sprinkle in, you know, some candy, because you know, you have to lure in the people, right? So, and you know, maybe Jack will want to come over and walk on my trail here. So I figure if I drop a little candy along the way, that'll attract, you know, the attention of, well, who's trying to get my attention here? Oh, it's Cole. Uh-oh. He wants to give me a burrito. Really? Burrito, dude. Okay, I usually don't care what they call me as long as it's not something terrible. So I guess I am now burrito to Cole. So whatever makes you happy, buddy. Whatever makes you happy. You gotta enjoy, right? You gotta enjoy. Alright, we'll just get some of these flowers planted in here. And I'm not too concerned with a ton of this stuff in the middle over here, but you are going to see a bit of these spaces, so I do want to plant some things so that, you know, it's just, oh, those were way right close to each other here. Let's do this one over here. And then I wanted to put maybe a couple of vines on this hill over here if I'm able to. So we'll see if I can do that. But let's get the rest of these planted. Godzilla, is there anything next to you? Oh yeah, okay. We'll put a flower next to that just to give it a little color peeking out. I know I need to put some stuff over here by my tarantula. Yeah. And we gotta definitely have some glowing moss because, you know, gotta highlight that guy. Don't know what is blocking me. Oh, there's a log there. Let's put a little candy on top of the log. There, now the log has a little piece of candy on it. Alright, let's see if I can put any more glowing moss on this way. Yeah, don't think I can get by him though. Let me see. Let's see if anything else will throw over there. No, okay. That tree is probably not helping things either. Let's put another one of those, and let's put some more glowing moss up in here if I can. Nope. Let me go behind here. We'll do the glowing moss in here. A couple of flowers. And maybe even some more glowing moss. Yeah, that's what I'd like to see. Big and little all together. I like that when it kind of works its way out and spreads out, you know? Another, nope, there's no more room. See, I just kind of do it until it won't, you know, let me, because then I know it's full, right? So I'll just keep trying until it says, nope, not gonna happen, lady. So, but I do like to try to make sure everything's rather colorful and that it has something to look at along the way and stuff. But it is, you know, a haunted forest, so it's supposed to have like some creepy stuff along the way, and also just some, you know, just things that make you want to go in, but then things that make you want to run. So that's the joy of a magical forest, I'd say. I probably still need a few more flowers, honestly. That one wouldn't even go in there. Let's see about this guy. I haven't even planted any weeds, but I'm afraid to, because the last time I planted weeds up top, they just went absolutely bonkers. Like, my cemetery is full of weeds, like full of them, and I've plucked a bunch and replaced them with flowers. It's still pretty weedy, but that's okay. I'll plant one. We'll see how crazy that goes. Maybe I'll plant one back here, because I really don't want to fill it entirely with flowers. It's not supposed to be super cutesy. It's supposed to be kind of spooky, so you know. Alright, so let's see. We've got all that filled in. Got all that. Wow, how did I get in here? Yeah, it's kind of hard to walk in the actual forest, but... Alright, I'm going to do a little bit of time traveling. Come back to a evening time, and I'll show you the final piece here. Alright, guys, I'm back. As you can see, I haven't crossed over yet, but we're going to take a little walk through the haunted forest. Also, Isabel just told me that Celeste is on my island, so I'm just wondering if maybe she'll make an appearance in the video. We'll see. I haven't found her yet, but anyways, we're going to walk through our forest. We've got it all kind of grown in here. We've got skeletons and owls. Torches and fires. There's Coco. She's wandering. Yeah, and we're gonna follow the trail around this way. You can see we've got some more pumpkins and things, a tarantula there. And then we come to Coco's house here. And then if we continue on over here, we've got all this area, and of course there's some candy to lure you around along the way. Skeletons and things to scare you. So, and hopefully enough happy and enough creepy to make it kind of a fun little area to run through. And it is a challenge to get through it a little bit because there are a lot of trees, but I feel like most forests are pretty tight like that, and it seems a little more realistic that way. So anyways, and I did remember to come back and stunt a few of these trees. So this one and this one, these little ones are all stunted. A couple back here as well, just on the outskirts really. So anyways, I probably will come back and add a few more flowers and things out here before the final, you know, cut of this video, but this is the gist of the forest, and I hope you guys really enjoyed this video, and if you liked any of it, if you could please do the thumbs up for me, that would be great. And also subscribe to my channel. I plan on continuing and finishing this island, and then I'll move on to another one. I was thinking about doing more of a normal core island where you can't use any treasure islands and stuff, and kind of going from day one on, but I'm not quite sure yet. Otherwise, if you have any other ideas or suggestions, let me know. of what you would like to see. But anyways, I really appreciate you guys being here. Thank you so much. And you guys have an awesome day. See you later. Take care.